just a little bit of feedback on our competitive system since we did a rework last year. And we've listened to all of it.
I hope you have.
It's important for us to hear what you all have to say. So we've been hard at work on a pretty big overhaul to it. And Gavin is here to talk us through it.
Come on, Gavin. Make us proud.
First, I want to tell you about our approach to improving competitive play. So, as
I
most
love
of you know,
Gavin.
we have some big
This guy's a
problems to
fucking
solve.
genius.
Yes,
We're
I
not
agree.
transparent about how we construct our matches, how your rank is determined, or how our rewards function. Most of you have all the golden weapons you'd ever want, so giving you competitive points doesn't feel
I
great.
got
And since we launched Overwatch 2, we've had issues with the way players are distributed at our highest and lowest ranks. But thankfully, though, these problems make our goals pretty straightforward. We need to put more feedback in the game about every aspect of competitive that we can. We need new rewards and improved clarity around how to get them. And we need to address the pain points. Things like how bad it feels to be on a loss streak.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go! Oh, we're so fucking back, dude!
We're so back. It's
it
finally.
doesn't feel good to have.
Oh my God.
No. So in Season 9, we're introducing a variety of changes to competitive play.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
First, we're removing the requirement to get 5 wins or 15 losses to get a competitive.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bless, we are safe.
Ah,
We're
yes!
so fucking back!
So, you know, loss streaks would guarantee that you were going to rank down. So
Okay, let's see what they say.
incentive to keep playing if you're on one. In its place, we're adding a new page
I hope
that
it's
makes
not
your
worse.
rank more transparent than ever. Let's go. We call this the competitive overview. With this new system, your rank will update after every match.
It's like
win or loss.
Valorant or something.
The progress bar at the bottom shows exactly how much your rank increased.
Wait.
Oh, it shows the streak.
Wait.
You can see that ranking up to Plat 5 is on
Wait,
the right,
wait,
and
he's the
ranking down to Gold 2
bonuses?
is on the
Yes.
left.
And then
And when you
streak,
hit that,
advance.
so
Yes.
when you
It
win
shows
the game
why
and
you're
it hits-
climbing.
Wait.
and it hits Plat 5.
Wait, and that's after every
immediately rank
game?
up to
Yes.
Plat 5. You're not waiting
It shows you
extra
details
games to do
exactly why
something
you're
like
gaining
that.
SR.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're so fucking back,
That is
dude.
awesome, actually.
We're
That
so
is amazing.
back, dude.
Gavin,
We're
I love
so
you.
back.
Gavin,
So we call those.
I love Gavin.
arrows
Gavin's a
below that
genius.
progress
That is
bar
amazing.
rank modifiers. They show why your rank changed the way it did. So, since we want to be as precise as possible. So these are explained in detail by the information button on this page. But an example here is streak. This one means you ranked up even more because you're on a win streak.
Wait,
I'll
what?
talk about that smaller progress bar in the top right in a moment. But
Winston
as you can see
players
at the
rise
bottom,
up.
We've also added a link that takes you straight to the final scoreboard.
Wait, are they gonna bring back streaks?
Yeah, and there's also a rank progress. It might be hard to read. It's a little bit small on the screen, but it's right above that bar right there. And right now it says your rank progress is 85%. So you can see you're exactly 85% of the way to the next rank. There's a lot of people, when we get feedback, a lot of people were asking us to bring SR back. It was the system that we had on Overwatch 1. And we did have a few issues with SR, and maybe like 2 of the biggest ones, or one, it was a very arbitrary number to just say you were 2374.
Arbitrary. 2374. Everybody knows
Right.
what a 2374 is.
And
It
it
is.
does, like we
4.645,
recognize it
bro.
does take on meaning after a while. for
46.56.
people that are playing with it.
My bad,
What we're hoping
Flash.
here
Thank you.
is that you're gold 1 and
Okay.
you're 85. You're 85% of the way through gold 1, and that actually has more meaning for the vast majority of players. And also at the same time, the difference between a gold 3 and a gold 4 sometimes is just, it's like less than 4 wins away from each other. And so that wasn't necessarily conveyed very well through the SR system. We really like having these divisions in there, and we really want people to know precisely where they are in that division. And so that's the reason we went this way. Obviously, we listened to feedback, you know, like the system
did.
can evolve.
They actually
over time,
did.
but
What
this
about
is-
Top
this is where it's
500?
at right
Yeah,
now.
I gotta answer that next.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Are they?
We talked about it at the beginning, so I would assume
Yeah,
so.
so when we launch Season 9, we'll also be resetting ranks and bringing placements.
Oh my God! What?
But it will
They're resetting
They're doing a rank reset!
They're doing a rank
We're so
reset!
fucking back, dude!
We want to do that every year. along with some big changes
That is
to our system and
insane!
hero balance.
After all these years of saying we don't need it?
To earn a new rank,
Yeah.
because
I wanna hear, I wanna
also
hear.
be redistributing players at all ranks. Those of you in Bronze 5, Silver 5, and Silver 4 know how hard it can be to rank up in our current system, and we can fix that with the redistribution. Those of you in Grandmaster 1 also know that we have more Grandmasters than we ever did in Overwatch 1. So, as part of this redistribution, we're also adding a new rank above Grandmaster called Ultimate. Our competitive rewards every year too. So in
What?
season 10, we'll be adding Emerald
We're
weapons.
so fucking back,
So
dude.
this art's not final, but hopefully it gives you an idea of the types of rewards we want to add each new year.
I need those emerald zenyatta balls. They look so
Yo!
cool.
We're so fucking back, dude. We're so fucking back, dude. We're so back.
All of our current competitive
I can
points
finally
into a
go back to
legacy
rank.
currency that you can still spend on golden weapons if you want. But to show these off, you'll need to earn competitive points in the new season.
Yeah, and I think what's like really
Wait,
exciting
wait,
about
our
this,
old
I
points
love
don't
the new
matter?
redesign,
Aw.
but
Nah, it's
there
whatever.
is this annual cadence that we are trying to bring into the competitive side in Overwatch. And I know when we first launched Overwatch 2, the seasonal reset and placement was very controversial. But this is going along with a whole set of additional rewards, a redistribution of players across the ranks. And we think that that initial set of placements now is worth it to get everything else that we've got. And it's also like a really exciting moment for players to look forward to on an annual basis.
Yeah, every 2 months was probably way too often.
Yeah.
So, going back to solving our problems. We know that the competitive challenges page was really confusing, and that was the only place to see how to earn our rewards. So, we're removing competitive challenges and building a new page to show progress towards seasonal rewards.
Okay, I like that.
We think this page is a
Oh
my God, it looks so
and the
good.
requirements to get them.
It does.
You may have also noticed that smaller progress bar.
This is like what I thought Overwatch 2 was gonna be.
Instead of
Yes.
our old
This is like
set of
what I
season
expected.
challenges that
Yes,
rewarded
we're finally
competitive
there.
points based on your
A year
final
later.
Season 9.
Wins and losses both progress you toward big payouts of competitive
Listen,
points.
better late than never.
But just like our current weekly challenges, wins grant a lot of bonus progress. And another small improvement we're going to make is showing the range of ranks in the match instead of just the average. You can see that in the top left.
I don't know if I should.
We're so fucking back, dude. We're actually so back.
We're also
Match
planning a
rank
lot of
rage.
bigger
Are they
changes
gonna show us
after
our
season
ranks at
9,
least?
like with grouping and
Probably not at the lobby now.
We want
Please.
players to be able to play with their friends. So we'll be removing most of our current grouping restrictions.
Really?
So we have to rethink how we make competitive matches.
What?
Diamond
What do you
player
mean
and
you're
gold
moving over your
bronze
grouping
friend
restrictions?
We'll allow that, but we'll classify your group as a wide group. You'll only play against other wide groups. And we'll try to find groups that shape is yours. So if
That
you're
is
a
so
diamond
weird.
tank and your friend is bronze support,
Dude, we're so back.
try to find another diamond
don't
tank and
believe
bronze
this.
support for the other team. No promises. As you probably guessed, the existence of wide groups also means we'll have narrow groups. And this is great as a solo player because you'll only ever play with narrow groups or other solos.
What?
So we expect to see some big match quality for solo.
Rank this player overall.
We're
Let's
fucking
go!
back, dude. We're
That
saved.
is insane.
We're actually back.
That is
Excited
insane.
because I used to play Overwatch with my kids, but they're teenagers and they just started getting better than me. And my oldest.
No, Aaron, you're
becoming
a
master
god, Ryan. I've seen it.
group together more. So now with this new system,
He clears
they'll have
everyone.
to find
Yep.
another excuse
Clears
to not
flats,
play with
clears
me.
You just turned your account off.
Literal skill issue.
Just bandits.
Another win.
Can you imagine
is
you
this
play
gives us
ranked one
fewer
day and you're
Smurfs.
playing against fucking Aaron Keller?
Since the only way to avert
And you
it, to
flame
avoid our
him
current
and-
grouping restrictions right now to play with your friends is to create new accounts. But you won't need to do that anymore.
Cool.
Holy shit.
Okay, so
Amazing.
That's the update on the competitive system.
We're saved. We're literally fucking
All of
saved.
the things they
Comp
announced were
without
awesome.
Heroes, and I know we teased a few heroes in opening ceremony yesterday. And
Wait,
Daryl's
what?
team has
We're gonna see
created some
heroes?
amazing
They teased them,
concept
no?
art
Didn't you see
show
them?
for some of those
They
heroes.
had
Take it
teased
away.
2 more heroes after
All
Mauga.
right. Next year, we'll be releasing 3 new heroes: a tank, a support, and a damage hero. Internally, we are already testing all 3 of these heroes in their various states.
And more. We're testing more heroes.
And
Come on,
more,
sorry.
and more. Always more. Even though they're already undergoing testing, we aren't ready to show all 3 of them just yet. The hero coming in Season 14 is far enough that we're going to keep that work to ourselves for now. I have to stress that a lot can still change this far out, including abilities and even their in-game models. But here is what we can show you. In Season 12, the next support hero will be released. Currently known on the development team by the codename Space Ranger. She'll be our first hero for the Mars colony.
She's so cute. I love her so much.
She's very
Wait.
smart.
We aren't quite ready to show her in action just yet, but we do have
Wait,
some
they're
early
cooking.
concept art of what she currently looks like. Yeah. I won't dive into her kit either, but she's a highly mobile support hero who has quite a bit of vertical mobility. To that end,
Dude,
she
they
has
just made
no lack of
Valkyrie,
thrusters
didn't they?
on her
Yeah, they
suits
did.
It's
and
literally
on
Valkyrie
all of her
from
boots
fucking
as well.
Apex Legends. Let's
When
go.
we say that things
Yeah,
are
she's
still
a cool
changing,
hero, fuck yeah.
Space Ranger is a perfect example. Her gun has already changed from what we're showing here. Not only that, but as production moves along, we will inevitably run into other elements on her design we'll have to iterate on. When we fully
Yeah, she looks
reveal
like she
her
has
for Season
jets.
12,
Yep.
we can
Like
talk
jump
about
jets.
all the
Probably that's
changes
why
we
she's so
made
mobile.
to her from the early drawings that you guys see over here to the final model and the final
see mains be
concept.
swapping.
So, Space Ranger likes battling her foes
Look at the-
from
you can
air
see
and
the guns.
space.
Wait,
How
the
about a
gun's up
hero
top.
that battles from under the ground?
Badass.
In Season 10, you'll get to play as our newest damage hero, Venture. They are our second and a half Canadian
Wait.
hero.
It looks like he
People
can
often forget
dig.
that Farah is half Canadian, myself included.
I'm half Canadian too.
The fantasy we're going for with Venture is that of a swashbuckling archaeologist. They have an unquenchable thirst for past treasures and hidden secrets, and will go any which way to get to them. And for Venture, that way is often down. Venture uses their
Wait.
powerful drill to dig through the map and to attack the opposing team.
It's cool.
Because this
That's
drill
cool.
was so
That is really cool.
complex in
There's
its
no way that doesn't
pieces,
break.
right? And has a lot of cylindrical geometry. Cajun Wang, our senior concept artist who worked on Venture, decided to employ
Put
3D
in
modeling
Diglett.
early in the ideation phases, even for the weapon. And now I'll toss it over to Aaron to show you guys some of how this weapon works.
Yeah, okay, so we have some early gameplay
We're so
footage
back.
of,
That is
Venture
awesome.
from a recent
Wait,
playtest.
wait, wait.
Here we go. This is
Wait.
the loading screen. We always do those kind of like silly
Wait.
little portraits. One of our artists talking.
Is this
does
the new
those,
support?
This
before
is the new DPS.
No, it's a.
they're ready.
What in the world, dude?
Underground
can
is kind of
dig.
amazing, so they can
What
like
in the?
up out of the ground, do additional damage, has vertical mobility to it. They move around the map really well. This weapon is
Wait.
that distance and it explodes right there. It's like
Dude,
it's really nice
what
to
in
look
the world are they
at
cooking?
That is so funny. He
when
gets
they-
shields,
when
by
they
the way.
duck
Look,
out of the way.
he's getting shields.
Oh, he
every
does
time.
get shields.
Yeah, he gets shields.
It's like the most important part of this is it makes you invulnerable. You know, so it's like you
Nah,
can be-
dude.
It's
Great
7-second
way
cooldown
to
on
escape.
being invulnerable.
It's also
and dig.
Invulnerable mobility? Nah, that's crazy.
You pop up like that, and then you have a dash as well. And so the dash, you can do it in the air. You can dash underground
Look at this.
if you want to when you're boosting.
Silly guy.
It's all around.
That looks so funny.
Really
does.
fun kit to use. We have this this idea or this goal that we try to do with heroes on Overwatch, and I think we're able to hit it on DPS.
Wait, so what's
heroes
the
a little
ult?
bit more
Have we
than
shown
some
the
of
ult?
other ones.
No, I think they
But
will.
As much as we can, we just want it to be fun to hit the buttons. You know, like move around a space and just kind of have like some joy there. And Venture, I think, is one of those heroes where they just are fun to hit the buttons with.
She looks kind of weak,
Aaron,
I'll be honest.
Yeah, she did look kinda weak.
When I was playtesting Venture, I was literally, just keep hitting, the button, to borrow in and out, without any reason. But it was
It's they,
feeling
them.
so snappy.
Oh, it's they, them?
just a
Yeah.
big shout out
Okay.
to our animation and FX team to
My bad, guys.
make this
So
happen.
Wait, when did they say that?
I think they said it. I think they said they are non-binary.
Now we
Oh, did
we
they?
didn't show
think
the
so. I
ult.
don't know.
We're
Dude,
we can't hear
until
shit.
Season
Yeah, same.
10 until we fully reveal the hero. So there's more to come.
So, for those who don't know, our headphones
So,
have no
these are
volume.
just
Yeah.
It's
some of the
only for
things
our
that the team
communication.
is working on. There's
We're
so
listening to the
much more.
speakers in the fucking stadium.
And,
On Twitter,
next
they
year,
said.
you know,
Oh, is it on
we'll,
Twitter?
Like,
Oh,
have a lot more
okay.
things to talk to you about, a lot more things to reveal than we could have just fit here within 45 minutes.
I want to say that improving the overall play experience is really important to us. And this goes
You know this guy
beyond
watches
just
me,
game
apparently?
modes
I
and
had
new
a bunch of
heroes.
developers come up to me and say,
Also have
"You're the Life Hero guy. I love your
everyone
video. It's
engages with
amazing.
the
It's so
game's
funny."
So
It's
one
good.
last thing
It
I
is
want
good.
to mention that I know people are really interested in is a set of changes and updates to the Battle Pass. An initiative we're working on for next year is a redesign of the Battle Pass. And we're deep in the process of working through this, which means we aren't ready yet to go through the details. But I want to give you a small glimpse of what we're thinking. One goal is to offer players more agency when it comes to the Mythic Skin reward.
Oh.
So let me talk through a couple of specific cases. Players progressing through the Premium Battle Pass today are able to unlock the latest Mythic Skin each season. But what if you don't play the hero with that Mythic Skin? It's going to make the Battle Pass a little less exciting to you.
Oh.
In a different case, you miss the chance to get Cyber Demon Genji.
Wait a minute. Pause,
Because
champ.
you weren't around to play that first season. What we want to do is to address both of these scenarios by giving you the option to earn any single Mythic Skin we've ever released
That's
when you play
amazing.
through the Premium Battle Pass.
That is amazing. That is insane. That's
We're
a
so
really
fucking
good-
back, dude.
Every change they've made this BlizzCon
But
is
beyond
amazing.
this,
Announced
we're
at this.
aiming to make play in Overwatch 2 more rewarding with a total set of changes to the Battle Pass. We'll have more to share on that next year. Some of what we presented may change between now and release, but we wanted to be as open as possible on what we're developing, planning, or even thinking about. And this doesn't even touch on the longer-term franchise plan, but that's really a discussion for another day. Finally, I want to say that everyone here represents hundreds of employees on our team who care so much about this game and this work, and we can't wait to release it all. Thank you, BlizzCon.
Amazing. That was a great
We're
talk.
so damn back,
that was
dude.
so good.
That was amazing.
That was insanely good.
That was way better than I
The
expected.
rank system,
made
the
of, like,
choosing
so many
Mythic,
talented,
showing off the new
amazing
heroes.
Oh, is this gonna be new game mode?
Right.
It is new game
That
mode.
looks familiar to everyone.
It's different though.
Cool. Yeah, Hanamura is one of my favorite map. We will talk more about that, but
No, it's not Hanamura,
before I
chat.
jump in,
It's the new one.
everything
It's gonna be
we
the
are
remake.
going to see today is very work in progress. And as a matter of fact, we were making a lot
For the
of
new game
changes
mode.
even this week also. So please, look at this, screenshots and videos and concepts, as that, inside of your mind.
You know, that big building in the back looks pretty familiar too.
I think that looks awesome, and we'll talk more about that. So our original 2CP maps were absolutely gorgeous. However, due to challenges we had with the 2CP mode, we had to remove some of those iconic maps, from our rotation.
The whole
including
game mode.
Hanamura. They're beautiful, lots of beautiful maps in our game. Yet Hanamura in particular has a special place in our hearts for many reasons. Let me share my story. When you are trying to create a world that no one has seen before, there's a little bit of uncertainty and a lot of questions, as you can imagine. Am I doing it right? What is the world that we are trying to build, Aaron? And as what Chris Messon mentioned yesterday, sometimes very epic thing can start with a small heartfelt.
Wait, is this also that map, or is this a different one? What is this?
Is, the perfect example.
What was that
I
screenshot they just showed?
still remember
I didn't even
the
see it.
day that I created this concept. I was walking down the back alley of the Japan street with the Google map, and I got obsessed about a small mom and pop store, and I loved it. And I was thinking, yes, let's expand this world with our lens. it was a magical moment that I cannot forget. Just like that, Hanamura was one of the first locations that really made the team feel, this is it. This is Overwatch. Yes, we can build this world. Our vision of this universe instantly became clear. So after we retired some of those iconic maps, we have wanted to find a way to bring them back because Hanamura is loved and known to our players and to our characters. Also, there were so many stories that we had developed around this city, right? So, now with this new Clash mode, it was our perfect opportunity to bring, our Hanamura back. However, the big question was, how can we do this without making it feel artificial? Considering we did not want to remove the original location.
Yo, motherfuckers, why the fuck are you freaking out over there? Dude, let someone goddamn fucking talk for 2 seconds. I can't say anything because I have no audio in my headphones, so I have to listen to the loudspeaker, otherwise I can't hear it. And you guys are fucking bitching about, oh my god, they're talking for dog. Shut the fuck up!
And we named our map Hanaoka.
Thank you.
Flower Hill. You can picture the image, right? When you play this map, you can even see some section of the original Hanamura, the map in the backdrop. As you can see in this screenshot.
Zoomers surprised that art director is talking about art.
You can see
More news at 11.
Gate right behind it, right?
We all know what that gate is.
That's a famous choke point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you play this game, you should be able to tell where you are roughly. During this process, we also made a few new assets that can hint at the stories of Shimada clan and Hashimoto clan, also Kiriko's yokai group, and many others. So as an example, what you're seeing on the screen, the tiger represents Hashimoto clan, and the dragon represents the Shimada clan in our story. So we created
Dude, the amount of lore that goes into this is crazy. It's actually so deep. We need an anime, we need a movie, we need something.
I don't know if you can feel it, but every step and decision we made for this Hanaoka map.
Is this too long for TikToker brains? Don't worry, I'll just give you an ad instead. That's much shorter.
And I hope this map also makes you excited as well.
Yeah, that joy that.
That's cool. It looks good.
That joy that Peter and his team have put into the Hanaoka map really is infectious. And we're very excited for players that loved Hanamura to re-experience it, and for players that are new to feel that wonder for the first time. All of our maps are these beautiful works, and Hanaoka pushes that even further. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Clash, it's the third new game mode that we've made for Overwatch 2. The third new game mode we've made for all of Overwatch after Push and Flashpoint. I think it's probably important to go into a bit of why we even make new game modes for Overwatch. We think it's really important to always be developing new maps, and we put out several of them every year. But each time we do it, when we build a map for a known game mode, one that we already have, we can only make so many changes to that map. Like an escort map, it's always going to have 3 sections, and we use really hard corners in those to provide choke points for the offense to get through. We try to provide as much variety in those, but we really can't make something completely different until we start working on an entirely new type of objective, entirely new types of game modes. Like if you look at something like one of our escort maps like Dorado, and then you compare that to something like our Flashpoint map like Surabasa, you can see those are very different levels, and they provide different a different type of gameplay experience too. There's different strategies when you play on different types of game modes. There's different heroes and team compositions that you might want to pick.
I wonder if
So
they've
we
ever
think it's
thought
really
that maybe they'll bump into
important for us to
problems
continue to
with
do
when
that.
you have too many
I
game
don't
modes and you
know,
only
like,
put out like 3 or 4 maps a
how
year.
long we'll
There's going to be certain
continually
game modes
make,
that like don't
a
get
new
maps
game
for
mode
many
every
years,
year.
right? Like let's say,
But we're not
you
at
know,
the
there won't
point
be
where we
a
think we
hybrid
ought to
map for
stop
like 3 years
yet.
or 2 years, right?
And so let's talk a little bit about the history of Clash and the history of 5CP, because Clash has 5 control points laid out in a row. This is not the first time the Overwatch team has tried to make a 5CP map. We originally started making it for Volskaya. Volskaya Heavy Industries started as a 5CP map. Our early prototypes were of that. And we had like 5 control points laid out in a row. And originally we called it Iron Star. These images right here were,
Oh my
were
God.
pieces that Peter did a long time ago as we were working on Iron Star. And I think you did these when we were on Project Titan before Overwatch, right?
Damn.
How old are these images, do you think?
I don't exactly recall, but I like it. It looks cool.
Is it like maybe 2010 or something like that? And so we even had 5CP maps on Project Titan that we were doing. And we even had a variant of it that was a 3CP map. And when you look at 3CP, where there's like a point in the middle and one on each side, it's almost like a symmetrical version of Assault, or what the community would call 2CP for Overwatch. I'm assuming most of you know what it is. If you're new to Overwatch 2 and didn't play the original game, 2CP was a game mode where there was an offense and a defense, and the offense would try to capture 2 control points in a row.
We're at a point in Overwatch where we had to explain 2CP.
With 2CP that we were never really able to solve. And the 2 biggest ones, they're related to each other.
Wait, what?
The offense sometimes would just get stalled out at the first choke
Wait,
point
what?
in an assault map. And the way those maps were designed, because there's only 2 objectives, we really favored
Wait.
the defense from a level
What?
design point of view. But sometimes the
don't
offense would
understand.
make no progress in the map. Time would run out. They would lose. It felt like the match had like no story to it.
So wait, you just like
nothing
push,
even
it's literally
happened
push their
over the
spawn room
course of that
simulator?
game. And on the other side, sometimes because
It's like TF2.
Overwatch
Chad, I
can
didn't
be
play
a game
TF2.
that snowballs a bit, the offense would get an early pick.
I was a
they'd
Siege
win a
gamer
team
on
fight,
console, then I played
instantly
Arc,
take
and
the
then I
first
swapped to
point.
PC.
They'd all have
Well, I played
their
Overwatch on
bolts,
console a little bit,
run
and then I swapped to
point,
PC and played
to
Overwatch.
point B,
And I've been here ever since.
Wipe out the
So.
enemy team and then like win the whole game or the round if it was competitive, and they could do all of this in under a minute.
30 seconds sometimes.
And yeah, in 30 seconds in like the most extreme examples. And it just felt like on the defense, you had like no opportunity
Wait,
to respond.
wait,
to that.
I-
Like,
oh, I
the answer
see.
was, like, you shouldn't
I
let one person
see.
die very
So,
early
like,
in the match, you know? And it's
If you're getting
it
like,
just
it's almost
didn't
like
work. We
domination
spent
kind of, where you're
months
getting
and
pushed
months trying
back to your
fix it,
spawns.
and we never were
But
really
like you
able
can
to come up
advance,
with
take
something that
theirs,
worked
and then
that
like push it
didn't
further by like
require us to
capturing their
completely
like
rebuild some of those maps.
and
One
maybe
of
not
the things we did
domination,
try was
because
we,
domination has
greatly
multiple
expanded
ones.
the
It's
cap
like
time, for those control points. It was
fuck.
like over
I
a
feel like there's like a
minute to take
Battlefield.
some of the time.
Is it Battlefield Rush?
And,
There was a Battlefield game
there
mode that
some
was like
promise.
that.
There was a lot of fun.
They
but
just
the way
stole
those maps are
5CP
built,
from TF2.
defending a point from the defense never really worked. The
Tug of
maps
War?
much
It's Tug of
better.
War, yeah. Tug of War is a good,
Didn't-
yeah.
didn't really,
Okay.
like, let that happen
You're right.
in like a fluid way, but we kind of always kept that in the back of our minds. So when we
Conquest?
started to develop
Was it
Clash,
Conquest that played like this?
we
Really?
thought of some of
I don't
those
think so.
experiments 'cause we knew the
I thought Conquest had
community,
multiple map points, and you were like
had
pushing all the way
a
through them.
love for-
Like you couldn't
for
push
Assault,
back.
a love for 2CP, because when it played right, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely not
Like,
Conquest. I think
really
people just
loved
said the first
Assault.
Battlefield
And
game
so
mode that came to their
we
mind.
started thinking of a version of it, or maybe it's not a successor, but at least some of the mechanics were inspired by 2CP, and so we started working on Clash. And so let's I can get into a bit of the rules and the way Clash works. That I guess was the preamble for the way Clash works. I was a history major.
We are so fucking back. You're
into
we're
the
true.
Before I get to the future, sorry.
Yeah, you
so
can
there
you
are
can take his
5
spot.
control points.
I'm being
at the
trying not
start
to
of
be
the
too
game,
loud though, 'cause I
each
can't
team
fucking hear
owns
it. We
the
don't
two
have- there's
control
no
points
audio.
that
I went to
closest
Jason
to their
and
side
can't hear
of
shit.
the
You
map.
can't hear anything, so you have to
And
be a
the
little
middle
bit quiet
point
with it.
is the neutral control point. that's the one that both teams are going to fight over. For
Hello?
all the people here at
Hello.
BlizzCon,
Mic
you
check.
can think of it
What's
as BlizzCon.
Hey guys,
Point
what's
C
up? Welcome
is
to
the
the
Overwatch World
stream
Cup.
once again.
The arena over here is Point
I have
A,
invaded
and the
Flatz's
Warcraft
stream.
section is Point
What do you
E, all
think
the way
about the
down at
C9?
at the other end of the halls.
C9?
C9?
The C9 last match?
Oh, the
center
C9 was
control
crazy.
point is
So funny.
going to unlock
What are they
both
talking
teams
about?
fight
The
over
new
that.
map?
The new
One
game, the new
team captures
game
that,
mode. It's like a tug of war,
a new
or apparently if
control
you
point
played
is going
TF2,
to
like
unlock
5
in the
CP.
direction
Yep,
that the
I have.
offense is
Have you?
moving.
Nope.
If you've played
Missing
other
out.
multiplayer
Missing out,
games with
missing.
5 CP, typically those
Hi,
have
hi,
two
Chad.
control points active at any time.
Are they talking about?
We don't
Are they
do
gonna
it
talk about
here.
comp?
We just have one at a
Apparently
time.
this is like the whole
Every
panel of
time we've
everything,
tried
so
to make
maybe.
more than one
Hopefully.
objective active
I just
for
I wanna
Overwatch.
hear that.
The
I
game
wanna
just
be-
doesn't work the
I want to
same.
be able to hear
It feels
all
like
of it,
some of the magic
but
is gone.
it kind of sucks we don't have volume.
Like the magic of Overwatch is two teams
we get 5
working
gifted,
together
guys?
for a common objective, and the heroes sort of like relying on each other to do that. So in this example, point D would unlock if Team 1 were to take
okay.
point D.
Oh, Grandma. Hi,
they
Grandma.
would,
I understand how
then
this game
point
mode
E
works
would
now.
unlock, and if they were to
Yeah, so you
actually
cap the
go
thing,
all
and then
the
you
way
cap the other
through
thing.
and capture
Yeah.
point E,
Yeah, awesome.
then Team 1 would win.
No, it's a tug of war,
It doesn't
so
happen that
each
often.
point you cap the
It's
first, the
very
second,
defensive
the
favor
third,
at that point. It
and then
even
the
takes
enemy
longer,
team can
to
cap the third,
capture,
second, first.
as
You
the
know,
offense.
in
And
reverse.
so
Tug of war, yeah.
this
And
match
I guess when the
starts
time
moving
is
back and
over, or
forth,
you
and
cap all the way
the
through, you win.
offense,
Yo,
will
Jeff
push a
and
certain-
salesman
a
thank you
certain
for 5
distance,
gifties.
and
Appreciate
then
you.
they
so
won't
much,
take the
guys,
next
for the
point, the
gifties.
defense will
You're
take
awesome.
it, and then the defense
Pokemon
starts
bat
moving. So it
chest.
almost feels a little bit like 2 CP, but you're moving back and forth across the map. Each of these points, when you take one, your team will score a point. So we do have a maximum score in there. Sometimes 5 CP can devolve into these hour-long matches where nobody's able to push all the way through. That's our early out in this
Hit
phase
bingus.
where you
Bingus.
get to a certain score.
Wait,
We're
an
still
hour-long
doing that
game?
now,
Wait,
but you'll hit
what?
a certain
What's an
score,
hour-long
and then
game?
your
He was
team will also
he was
win.
saying that it can go an hour long.
No, I think he meant like 2
Some
CP
people
was.
on the team
could
say
be
that
like-
this is
No,
like
I think he's saying that
the
their early
sweatiest
development, this
version
game
of
was going for an
Overwatch, 'cause
hour.
you do
Oh,
move
that's
back
stupid.
and forth
Can you imagine
a
an
lot.
hour-long
You
game
have
mode?
a lot of moments where
It's like Dota 2.
There's a lot less chokes in a map like this. We don't have the same sort of chokes that
Can you imagine an
2CP
hour
did.
long?
So there's
You
a
queue
lot
up
of
against
free
5
movement
Overwatch League
back and
players,
forth,
and you just
there's a
play
lot of
an
cool
hour, and you have like
strategies you can
Boner
have.
Fart
You
4 in
know
your
you're
team
going to
walking
take
in
a point
Torbjorn,
sometimes,
and you just
and
have to
start
play
pushing your
1
team
hour because there's
forward
no
to start
surrender
just
button.
getting a positional
And your
advantage.
mother's like
That's
calling you for
really
dinner.
fun.
Sorry, mom, I need to win
Something
against
I
these
really
5
like
Overwatch
about,
League
this
players.
process that,
And in an
we're,
hour, I can't leave.
developing
Sorry.
this game.
It's just like hostage.
Not like we wait a long time before we finalize anything.
So funny.
Like we were just like quickly building it. And
At least it's
blocking
shorter
it
than
out
support
and put it
queues,
in the game
so it's
and
good.
test
Yeah,
it
true.
And get
Yeah,
the
it's fine.
feedback and fix it and.
Oh
put
no,
it
everyone's
in
stopped
the
playing
game.
support because it's so
that
destroyed
kind
now.
of,
The role's dead.
Collaboration,
Smile.
between our team members was a very meaningful and in a way, very similar to this the fast, sweetest game mode, the fast pace, the game mode. So
Yeah,
it was-
it's like really interesting to think about. Like the team really came together for this. Our team has grown a lot over the years. We have a lot of new
Imagine them
people on the
reverting to the
Overwatch team.
old
and
Overwatch
this is
1
the first
system.
time that we've actually created a new game mode from
SR
scratch
back?
with all new
That'd be
people
so
on the
funny.
team.
That
Gavin
would be
Winter
funny.
was a part of it. The level
so
designer
funny.
on it, Morton, he wasn't on the original Overwatch, and so these people like really came together. And it's like this new team, this new group of people that were able to pull this off. And I'm like so proud of all of them to be able to do something like this.
I think it's coming now.
Okay,
think so.
So that's Clash.
Okay, wait.
And we're
Everybody
going to
shut up.
talk a lot more about PvP changes coming to
Yes.
the game and heroes. But before we get into
Tom.
that, Monica, can you get into some of the PvE updates?
Oh, PvE.
Yeah, super excited
What
to be here
PvE?
chatting with you guys.
guys PvE?
You
I
know,
thought it was
PvE
dead.
encompasses so many different things, and we are working on some really fun stuff for next year. For most of it, we don't have any specifics that we can share just yet. I know I'm a monster, I'm sorry. But it's really awesome to see how invested people are and what's going to happen with the Overwatch story, both canon and non-canon, with the heroes and the universe. The team has received some really great feedback from players that we're going through, and we're using all of that to inform how we develop all of the cool stuff coming next. But for right now, I'm really excited to share some major updates coming in Season 8 for Hero Mastery.
Bro.
The thing that I really love about Overwatch is that it isn't just one thing, there's something for everyone. For folks that wanted a solo challenge and leaderboard experience, we introduced Hero Mastery this past September. It's been so much fun for us to see players in the courses trying to top their previous scores and get better. So
Me
we're
going
really excited
crazy
to
doing the
expand
Ryan
roster of
rank
playable
1.
Oh
players.
yes, we all did that. We all went through that.
Oh, good
I made it like a Discord for like
too
speedrunning, and like all the top streamers just sitting there
Coming in
typing like,
season
awesome,
8,
I
we'll
did
have
this,
5
it's
new
like this
heroes
exact
joining
moment. I
Hero
was like,
Mastery.
okay guys, you just
Those
do
will
your
be
thing. You know, it's like,
Tifa, Echo,
I'm gonna play life.
Genji,
We were like,
Lucio, and
I,
Mei.
okay.
Okay. Hey, more Hero Mastery stuff is always great, but
I think
we're
Hero
also
Mastery is
excited
good.
to
Yeah,
have
it's good.
leaderboard
I think it's fun.
resets go
You
live
know,
with
just-
this update, and we'll
Oh.
also be introducing replay bookmarks, so you can rewatch parts of your gameplay
Oh, that's
and
really
look
cool.
for areas to improve your score.
That's really cool.
oh, they really want to do like the whole
enjoyed,
speedrunning
Hero
thing.
Mastery,
It's really cool to be honest. I like the
as
speedrunning
a
part.
being
Yeah.
support main, I don't support main. As a being a support main, I don't get to play
they on this
the
stage?
tank
No.
too
No, I
much.
think they're in
Like,
the
I
next
wanted
hall.
to,
Okay.
expand my hero roster, but I didn't have a proper introduction to that role. So Hero Mastery was the perfect opportunity for me to jump in and like practice my skill, and especially when I was doing that with an run art, like it was such a great moment for for me to learn the a control of charge, when to charge, how to stop, like how early should I stop. So that was just the very fun moment that I had with Hero Mastery.
Are you a top 500 Reinhardt now?
Getting close.
Close. Soon. Keeping with the philosophy of having something for everyone, we don't want to limit the Hero Mastery experience for folks who want to play with their friends or maybe meet new ones in game. For me, Overwatch has been a social game, and we're really looking forward to bringing that into Hero Mastery next year with Hero Mastery Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
This new 3-player co-op mode features the Hero Mastery Art Kit, bots, and all new gameplay that is focused on enemy waves and tower defense.
Wait, what?
We have some work in progress footage up here where you could see the 3 Gauntlet towers, which are our objective points. The goal for the team is to defend the towers from attacking bots. There'll be exploding bots, flying bots, all sort of varieties there. And it's really fun to challenge juggling the defense of 3 towers, the different kinds of bots, and different ways to power up. And so as a
That's
result,
cool.
you want to make sure that
It's gonna
you're
be so
defending
dead
really
in a
well
week.
in your towers, getting power-ups and all
It
of
is
them.
gonna. There is gonna be a
There's
community for this.
airstrikes
Might
that you
be.
could call in if you're being swarmed by bots, or you can generate healing for the entire team.
This
don't-
is awesome.
it's like
As
just
I just
PvE.
shared, I had a lot
It's
of
like,
fun with the
is there
Hero
anything
Mastery,
random
right?
with it? Is it the
But,
same
like,
waves?
Now you
think it's
can
the same.
play Hero Mastery.
So it's just like a
plus,
PvE mission.
I'm a
It's
big
funny.
fan of,
Do you see that? It's
like
funny.
tower defense mode. And like you can do that with your friends. Yeah.
Yep,
I
and
am
there's
gonna enjoy
leaderboards for this too. So like, there's going to be like a crazy race when this one comes out. It's really really.
It's
hard
like COD
too.
Zombies.
Yeah,
Actually.
I played it recently, and my 2 of my towers just went down
It is
immediately.
like COD
Gotta
Zombies.
practice some more.
I had a really funny moment on Monday. We were doing a stream on J3's stream, and someone in the chat asked, would we ever do a tower defense mode? And I said, that is very interesting. And moved
You
on.
asked that. When Gauntlet ships, we're going to have heroes rotate seasonally, and we're also going to have
Okay,
new
cool.
custom
Come
rewards
on.
from challenges. We really want each game to feel highly replayable and really unique, so we're really excited for you all to jump into Gauntlet with your friends next year.
And this is just a small
Awesome.
glimpse of everything
That's
that
all.
we're working on. the
Competitive,
streets of
new
Honolulu.
competitive, awesome. You can choose your own mythic. It's amazing.
We're so damn
It
back,
is
dude.
absolutely amazing. It, all the things
They're actually
announced,
fixing all the things we complained about.
all the things we complained about all these years. They are actually fixing it.
The only thing they didn't show was how the top 500 will work.
Top 500.
But it seems like they're talking about giving more info. So I wonder if it would become like part of the progression system. You know,
Maybe.
where it would show like who's ahead of you or what number you are.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm excited. It's so good.